Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Toom Tuesday. It is Tuesday, June 21st, 2022. Let's get into the announcement. So he starts off by saying that the overall market has been turbulent. We all know this, that the market's been doing some wild things over the weekend. We saw Bitcoin back into the 17s. A few days later, Tuesday, we were just creeping under 21. So turbulent is absolutely the right word there. There's a lot of movement up and down. He does go on to say that he does expect more sideways action over the next 90 to 180 days, that they're staying cautious, potentially another leg down or two. He can't confirm whether the worst is behind us yet, but he does think that even if it does go down, then a lot of the fallout has already happened because a lot of it was over collateralized asset liquidations versus excessive leverage. Anyway, so it's just a little precursor on where the markets are and what kind of crazy things are happening on the overall macro view and, of course, in the immediate view of what's happening with the markets. But he does go on to say that these are times to build and allow the market to sort of bottom out. It's a process. It takes quite a bit of time. And even then, once you reach that bottom, there's a period of consolidation that generally happens before things start rising once again. During those times, we build, right? This is what the protocol needs to do. This is what all protocols need to do. You build during the bear markets, and then you can unleash all of these products in the bull market, right? You can reap the benefits of having built all of these things and not having to scramble during the bull market because you spent the bear market building them. And that's what Toom's doing. What we're doing as a team protocol is focusing on stable, consistent yield with Life and LSHARE over the next 90 days. Now, the next major release, which he says is the super short term, which if you look over here, days, weeks, under a month, is Toom Chain and Life Swap. All right, so those are coming very, very, very soon. So we've been very excited to get those things out. So it'll be great once those things are launched. So at least now there is a time frame on with super short term as of the 21st. So we can expect days, weeks, less than a month for those things to happen. So that's fantastic. It's only been a week since the T-Share emissions has ended and the L-Share emissions has started. So that little transition in between the two. And so far, so good, right? They're expecting that volume and liquidity for L-Share and Life will increase in the coming weeks. He does go on to say that this update is a bit shorter. Last week's was, biblical in size and length. So this one is much, much shorter compared to that. But we have some updates that we want to talk about, and these things will absolutely continue. He just does go on to say that some people will be taking summer vacations, some people on the team. So, while the team is building and while people are slowly taking some time for themselves and their families, you expect in that period that we have stable yield farming. We have Life and LSHARE with the Genesis pools going 90 days. And then the new Cemetery V2 with those LSHARE emissions. So those are things that they're focusing on. And again, stable and consistent yield for the next 90 days. So that's good. That's the intro right there. Let's get into a little bit more. We're talking about Toom for trading fee discounts. Now, again, this is way bigger than most people realize. This is the utility that everybody has been asking for. This separates Toom from most DeFi protocol projects. This is real utility, a la, akin to BNB when BNB first came out as a way for people to get trading fee discounts. FTT for FTX, again, a way for traders to get trading fee discounts. So right now, this is live. You can get as low as 0.02 maker and 0.04 taker fees, and that is insane. And that's just by having Toom in your Felix Exchange wallet. It does have to be in the Felix Exchange wallet. Otherwise, the system will not scan for your MetaMask wallet. It's not going to see it there. So you will need to have that in there. And the snapshot is daily. So it says have it in your Felix Exchange wallet by 0 UTC each day and enjoy the corresponding VIP tier trading fees discount for the next 24 hours. And that goes on daily. All right. So at today's Tomb price, Felix is undoubtedly one of the lowest, if not the lowest trading fee rates in town. So we do have a graphic that we could pull up so that you could see that, or you could click this link that'll be in the description. That'll bring you over to the support section article where they talk about the trading fees. Here you can see VIP level from 0 to 9, Tomb in USD value $500 to 3 million, and then the corresponding maker and taker for that VIP level. So a lot of opportunities there for people that are holding on to a ton of Tomb, or people that are buying fresh Tomb now at these prices in order to get themselves really discounted trading fees. And that's fantastic. And another reminder about Felix is not just Phantom ecosystem tokens. It's so much more than that. So it does give you the ability to trade, your Bitcoin and your Ethereum, your XRP and anything else that you could think of that is, of the higher grade cryptocurrencies that are available on Binance. A lot of those are also available on Felix. So you could do all your normal trading like you could there, but you can have really good fee discounts. So really cool stuff. That's massive utility for Tomb, and it's a huge win for everybody in the Tomb ecosystem. All right, moving on. We'll talk about Felix again in just 1 second. Moving on, Life Genesis pools. So a few days ago, they added some stables. This came a few days after last Tomb Tuesday, so it did go out in a tweet, but we're going to mention it again in this Tuesday because they added FUSDT for the snipers out there, FUSDT, MIM, and DAI. So these are all now available with USDC that was already available in the first iteration of the pools. And we could see those once we go to the site. Let's go do that now. Here is your Life Genesis pool. As you can see, we're down to 82 days, but you have your Tomb, WFTM. Now, USDC, again, was part of that original allotment. Zoo, Wrapped ETH, Wrapped Bitcoin, T-Bond, T-Share, Based B-Share, and then here's your new pools down here, FUSDT, MIM, DAI, and then, of course, we have LSHARE on there as well. All right, going back over to Felix. Felix does continue to grow, and they are now opening up their doors for future listings. They go on to say that, again, after the last Tomb Tuesday, Alpaca was released, so that's been added into the Felix trading ecosystem. And also Beefy. Now, Beefy was on Binance, but now you have Beefy USDT, Beefy BUSD, and Beefy FTM. So you have some new pairs on there to play around with. So for those that are holding FTM and want to trade Beefy against FTM, you can now do that on Felix. So it says Felix is now accepting more projects to join the family. If you are a project and looking to list on Felix, please visit us here. And again, that will be in the description. Let's take a closer look at that picture. Look at that. He's so happy. Felix is just ridiculously happy over here, saying join the party. He's got a sprinkler. We'll be coming up on the 4th of July here in America in the next 2-3 weeks. So this is great, right? That's great. Join the Felix family. The link will be in the description. And then, of course, you'll be able to go there, fill out your information, and then the team will take it from there. Let's go back to the Tomb ecosystem and talk about Cemetery V2. Now, Cemetery V2 added a new pool. Now, this one has extremely low, basically zero IL. You're talking Tomb to T-Bond, right? So Tomb, T-Bond, you can put your Tomb and your T-Bonds to work, and you can put those right into Cemetery V2 for LSHARE emissions. And while the transition in between the Tomb Tuesday and right now making the Tomb Tuesday video, we have something else to share with you. So let's go pull up the Cemetery V2 now. All right, here we are at the Cemetery V2, and of course you've already seen all these: Tomb Life, Tomb FTM, Life FTM, Tomb T-Bond. So Tomb T-Bond, this is the new guy right here. We keep going down the list. You'll see Tomb USDC, Life USDC, Tomb Zoo, Tomb Tree, but then we have some new things here. So LSHARE USDC, T-Share LSHARE, right? But then we have LSHARE FTM, which is a new one, and LSHARE Tomb, T-Share USDC, T-Share BTC, and T-Share Wrapped ETH. So a couple of new guys in here as well. The LSHARE Tomb and the LSHARE FTM are brand new pools. Those were added in between Tomb Tuesday being released and this video being cut. So that's the new stuff going on with Cemetery V2. You have the Tomb T-Bond and then the LSHARE Tomb and LSHARE FTM. And last but not least, just going over the Tomb ecosystem once again. Don't be fooled by the shorter Tomb Tuesday this week. Harry did mention last week or the week before that during the summer months, these were going to be shorter. They were going to be more streamlined. They were just going to get the bullet points out there because, during these times is when you want your head down, right? You keep your head down and you keep on working. You keep trying to build. You take advantage of while the bear market is bare, and you can get a lot of this work done. On top of that, it's summertime. There's a lot less people going into these protocols, a lot less people trading, and there's a lot more people taking vacations and things of that nature. So the major updates here, of course, you had the Cemetery V2, you had the Genesis Pool additions, you have Tomb as utility, which again is a game changer. I mean, that right there is massive. That's huge information right there. It's also huge that Felix is taking in more listings, or at least making it easier for people to reach out in order to talk about listing on Felix. So a lot of really good things are happening in the background, and that's great. It just goes on to say, don't let the market get the best of you. Go out there, spend some time with your friends, spend some time with your family, take some time away from the charts. That's okay. We will be here. We are building. We're not going anywhere. And that's what it's all about. We'll be here, ready, willing, and able when the markets do turn around and things are better across the board. All right, so take some time for yourself and your family. We continue to build, educate, and work tirelessly to ensure everything we do is in our protocols and our community's best interest. So thank you for joining us on this journey. That will wrap it up for this week's Tomb Tuesday. And as always, we keep calm and tomb on.